Max Holloway thanks Israel Adesanya, Khamzat Chimaev fights against a tiger, and a referee takes a right hook like a championship fighter. With leg breaks becoming more and more common in MMA, another one making the rounds is a light heavyweight main event which ended in devastating fashion.
Oh, swatch. Oh, that's his legs. His legs. He broke his leg.
No! God, please, no!
Oh, swatch. Oh, that's his legs. His legs. He broke his leg.
And coming off his win against Marvin Vettori at UFC Fight Night, Jared Cannonier reveals the only way he'd agree to fight Khamzat Chimaev, who's coming up to middleweight in his next fight.
Is that fight gives me a title shot?
Possibly, yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. He's not even ranked in middleweight, is he?
He's not.
So, I mean, I know he's popular. Everybody wants to see him do his thing and stuff like that. If they called me and said, hey, Khamzat, for a contenders match, that's a yes.
And Beneil Dariush is dealing with his round 1 TKO loss to Charles Oliveira seemingly well. And while speaking to Submission Radio, he opens up on what went wrong and his mindset moving forward. I just know that's not the best version of me. I don't know. For whatever reason that day, I was not on. I can't explain it. I'm not going to give too many excuses because I don't want to take from Charles. He was the better man that night. He had a great victory. But that was definitely not the best version of me. What was weird was I can't explain it, but at some point it felt like my body was in. My eyes were good, but my body was slow motion. So everything I wanted to do was one step behind. I couldn't pull off the things that I was seeing. And then just balance. Maybe that wasn't the best either for some reason. I don't remember the last time I threw a kick and slipped. I can't explain it. I just didn't feel like myself. Obviously, I had a disappointing result. It's not what I wanted, but I'm not broken and I'm not ashamed. I had my moment in the shower where I was just super sad and on the verge of tears. But then I got out the shower, looked at my family, grabbed my 2 daughters, and I walked out like I'm gonna live to fight another day, and I'll become champion another day. It won't be today. Staying on the topic of mindset, Max Holloway thanks Israel Adesanya while on the MMA Hour, and says that due to Izzy's new documentary, he has been inspired to seek out emotional support.
You see his therapy sessions. And you see a guy who's like the baddest 185 on the planet opening up and getting emotional. When you saw that, was any of that relatable? Because you've talked about mental health.
For sure, bro. For sure. You know, even that, even to today, I always tell me, I don't need to talk to nobody. I'm like that.
You say that today?
Yeah, even to today, I fight myself. You don't have to talk to nobody. You know, when you just prep talking about. But then watching that after seeing Izzy doing it, it's like, well, maybe I should. And then talking to Izzy a little bit and finding out how much different people he talked to, I'm like, wow, this guy actually talked to people. I thought I was the only one fighting this, but he's doing it, you know what I mean? So that is a relief, you know? Like I said, how the doc is gonna open eyes to other people, he opened eyes to me, bro. He did a lot of stuff. I even talked to him after the doc, and I told him about some of the personal stuff that he was dealing with. I was like, brother, I was right there, and he was tripping out, you know what I mean? So I was like, bro, I'm crazy, more than anything, you know?
Yeah. Do you talk to someone now?
I haven't. No, not yet. So
Have you ever talked to someone?
No, about mental health and stuff here and there, not like a actual go out and pay somebody. We talk to someone because we know someone, you know.
Okay.
But I want to try and maybe set up sessions now and just see how it is, you know. I mean, if it's not for me, I was one of those guys knocking it before I try. You know what I mean? Then when you see it, it's bro, it's sad it took me to watch Izzy's doc to do it, but better late than never.
And here's Khamzat Chimaev competing in tug of war with a tiger. And lastly, a referee in Glory Kickboxing eats a full power right hook like a champ.
I need all the wins, ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quit, gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits, my head is as hard as a brick but I'm harder than